So recently, me and my friends, the Amazing Gamer, did a co-reaction to the new MLP special for Gen 5. And honestly, I felt like after watching that, because I was actually pleasantly surprised by it. Like, spoilers, really? I was pleasantly surprised by the end product. I actually genuinely enjoyed it. But this is something I have to address. And whether this turns into a rant or not is completely out of my control. This is nothing to do with the actual show. This is more or less with the actual special itself. This is more or less directed towards those of you who just all you do is just sit around and complain about the bloody thing. This this does not apply to every single one of you. People who actually have the initiative to go out and make content that they want to see out of the brony community, stuff they want to see. I applaud you, and you have my respect, all of my respect. And even those that just review the show and kind of like give constructive criticism on it, like, because it has problems. And what's the point of having those problems if you're not going to address them? That's the whole point. You need to address these things, and people who make light of them, I applaud you for it. And giving constructive feedback. There are people who I would like to address who just sit and complain about the bloody thing with no initiative whatsoever. Because there are two main points which I'd really like to make here, and that accidentally looked like I was giving you the finger. I do apologize. That wasn't intentional. Like that way. Okay, peace symbol instead. I apologize. That wasn't meant to happen. But first off, how much content of Gen 5 do we have? Okay? Think about it. Like, really, really think of everything Gen 5 related we have so far. The movie, the comics, and the special. That's it. Oh, and the YouTube series as well, but to be honest, that's kind of its own separate thing. Do they have problems? Yes. Yes, they do. But when is anything perfect when it starts out? Gen 4, great example. It started out okay, but it needed work. And shows like Tangled the series. First series absolutely was so generic. Okay? Like, it was so kind of... But then it got really, really good. Okay? People slept on that series, but it got really, really freaking good. And yes, there are exceptions where, like, the first season is actually brilliant and probably the best version. But growing pains are a thing, and they're a very, very common thing. You'd be surprised. Okay? Growing pains happen a lot in shows. So, and the reason people aren't willing to give it time, unfortunately, is because something like Gen 4 is around, which is an absolute magnum opus of not just MLP, but of any TV show ever. So, I get that. I accept that. Like, that's going to happen. That's inevitable. But why can't you just give it time? It's not even been a year since the movie's come out. How many more botched attempts are you going to kind of give it slack for? Before, and like, the minute you leave, it may get good. Granted, this is a May, okay? It may stay crap forever. It may be crap. And honestly, you can send all the ridicule my way if it does end up crap. But guys, be patient with it. Please, just be patient with it. It's It's not good, but Hasbro have a thing for actually listening to their people. Now but the thing that hurts me the most about this, do you want to know the thing that physically irks me about this? You guys are being ungrateful towards a show that is substandard at best. Substandard. Okay? And let's see, what other communities am I a part of? Let's see. The Thomas fandom. I think you all know where I'm going with this. All of you are just nodding your heads up and down, just going, oh, that's the point he's making. That's what pisses me off the most. You people are so ungrateful. And it disgusts me. Because you have no idea what the hell we've had to go through. Okay? You're complaining about a substandard show that has charm and's not cringy, has fairly decent animation as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, it's a bit stocky, but it's still nice to look at. And you people, you want to compare that to All Engines Go? Or BWBA? Or even the Sharon Miller era of Thomas? You guys think you have the right to just sit there and not be proactive, just sit there and complain about that to something that's might just be a matter of taste, because I actually enjoyed it. I actually really enjoyed it. And, like, the reason is because I actually, like, it was, yeah, I could acknowledge it was not the best thing in the world, but it was enjoyable. I enjoyed it. It was my kind of thing. But when you people think you have the right to just complain endlessly, when you do not know the meaning of a fandom that has had to go through, that show has been in utter shambles, who gave you that right? Thomas has been appalling for 4 years. Okay? We've had to deal with this for 4 years. You people have had a film and a special. Okay? And a YouTube series. That's it. And you think you have the right to complain, like, okay, constructive criticism, that's fine. Yeah, it needs fixing. Let Hasbro finish it. But if you're not willing to give it time, we've been so patient with Thomas. We've waited for it to get better. We've been optimistic. We've waited for it to get better, okay? Okay, this is probably going to turn into a rant, but honestly, this just needs to be heard, okay? And what do we do about it? Sit there and complain? Some of us? Yes. And I hate the drama that goes on in that fandom, I must say, as a kind of side point there. It's disgusting, but not every fandom's perfect. But I'll tell you something we do. We go on the internet, we pour our heart and soul into content, making entertaining, worthy content for people to watch and enjoy, and we make our own interpretation on it. We make our own stories. We do what we want to see in the show, which Mattel's not going to give us because they don't listen to us. We don't sit on our asses doing nothing. Do you have any idea how much time I take out of my day making content for you guys? I have a life outside of YouTube, you know. I'm going to freaking uni in September. I've got a life. And yet I'm actually putting in the freaking effort to make content for you guys. I've done something about the situation. I can say that I've done something. Like, I've gone off my arse and started making content. I've done something about it, bitch. Where are your 1,000 subscribers? Where is your fan base? Where are your efforted, heavily edited videos that you spend ages on? Where is all that? What do you have to prove? Again, this is just the select few of you who just cannot take the initiative to do something about it. Some people just do not know how grateful they are. How ungrateful they are, sorry. You have Gen 4 is still around, and you are judging Gen 5 off of 2 pieces of main content, effectively, and a YouTube series. That's it. For 4 years, we Thomas fans have had a show in crisis. And we have done something about it. We've made our own content, okay? So next time you think about making a jab at Gen 5, or just making something rant, think about doing something about it. Think about taking the initiative and being proactive in doing something that you want to see. Don't just sit on your ass and wait for it to happen. Don't think that complaining about it is going to solve your problem. Honestly, the world makes me so angry sometimes. Just the hypocrisy and the laziness and just the cynicism of these people. It frustrates me to no end. And I'm sorry if this isn't a particularly constructive video. I understand I'm making a rant video, so really I'm no better than these people, but this point needs to be heard. You need to listen. You people need to be told that you need to start getting proactive and start doing something about this situation. If you don't like it, do something about it. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry for those of you that do put effort into your content. Those of you who I'm not addressing. But there are certain people who need to be called out. Okay? There are people who just need to leave it alone or give themselves the right to talk about it by giving an example of what they want to see. Thank you.